What is going on, guys? CVM here. Welcome back to Football Manager 2019. This is the Stoke save. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm a FIFA YouTuber, just in case you are new to this series from somewhere random. But we've picked up FM while FIFA goes through its yearly cycle of no one cares, let's get the new one underway. But it's not out until September, so I decided to play FM. And I'm having so much more fun doing this than I am playing FIFA, for obvious reasons. I genuinely wish I was an FM content creator. So if you want to hit the like button and help me out with that, that would be great. Now, we are Stoke. We came up from the Championship. We were meant to be in a relegation fight. We ain't in no relegation fight. We're doing rather well. We've spent more now than we've made back from transfers. We've actually spent 15 million more. So we've brought in 90. And if I move out the way, you can see total 105 million spent. So the last player you would have seen me buy was Pedro. So the January window was a little bit eventful. We went out and bought Alfred Duncan of Sassuolo. That's two Sassuolo players I've gone out and bought in this window. Berardi, who isn't really working out too well at the moment. And of course, Duncan. I was watching Liverpool-Dortmund yesterday, and Ryan Kent did something pretty impressive. Went to see what the price was, and 4.6 million is all Liverpool wanted for Ryan Kent. Now, he is only 20. He is 23. Not only, but he is 23. So he hasn't got a lot of room to improve on this now. He's probably got a little wiggle room, but nothing too crazy. But he's already one of the better players in the team. I mean, at the moment we've got Ben Woodburn again on loan from Liverpool. Once he goes back, there's going to be a need. What's the word I'm looking for? There's going to be a gap, and I'm hoping Ryan Kent can really fix that and sort of fill in the gap. And then of course I went and got Ivan Rodriguez on loan. Reason why? And Ivan Rodriguez, by the way, is a right back. He's 23 years of age. There is an option to buy for $1 million at the end. He's not the best right back in the world, but that's not what the intention was. I needed cover. I sent who was my right? Ryan Woods. I sent Ryan Woods out on loan to Doncaster. There is an option to buy at the end of the loan. He isn't really a right back. He's more of a central midfield player. Now, the reason why I wanted to send him out on loan is because he was losing value because he wasn't playing. If a player doesn't play, it happened with Ince, and I'll show you in a second what happened with Ince if you haven't spotted it already. Basically, if they don't play, their stats deplete and then they lose value. He was valued at like 9-10 million when I joined the club. He's now 7.5. I don't want that to happen. No one wanted to buy him outright, so I thought just get him out on loan, get him some football, and hopefully he'll be doing that now at Doncaster. He's only gone out on deadline day, I think, so we did a lot of business on deadline day. As you can see, look at that. From Ian Thomas there, on the first one, all the way down to Burzik, who joined Millwall for 89,000. We did a lot of business on deadline day. I completed my business by signing Rodrigo Dorado. Dorado. Yep, I knew all along. Dorado from whoever they are. I think that's another Brazilian league team, surely, because he is Brazilian. What did I bring him in for? 17.5. Now, the reason I wanted him is because he is a natural anchor and also a natural segundo volante. Now, the reason, of course, we want those is because we play that system. We've got two systems now, an attacking system and a defensive system. Both of them use the volante. So the fact that he is a natural in those positions was very, very good for me. I wanted to ship out Ryan Woods again because I didn't want him complaining about first-team football. Our left-back, or backup left-back, has gone to Middlesbrough. Tom Edwards, a youngster, has been sold to Plymouth for 155. Sam Vokes has been sold to Southampton. He was worth millions when I first joined the club, and in fact, I think we bought him. He's still worth millions, technically speaking. Stoke bought him for 8.5 before I got there. Did all right in the Championship, and then we shipped him out to Southampton for $500,000. He had a big wage. We got rid of that, and every other team who wanted to buy him wanted us to pay half of his wages. That ain't happening. So Southampton took him off our hands for basically nothing, but we don't have to pay his wages anymore. So I left you Where did I leave you? Was it Newcastle I left you at? It's been a long time. I don't even know where. I genuinely don't even know where I left you. Either way, 1-1 draw against Burnley, 3-1 against Bournemouth. We lost 3-1 to Man United. This was a hard one to take because they scored, look at that, they scored both of their goals in stoppage time and deep into stoppage time as well. There was only 4 minutes added, I think, and they scored 2 goals in 2 minutes, one of which was well past stoppage time. We had a goal disallowed in that game as well, which was really frustrating. But, it is what it is. Not an awful lot we can do about that. We went on a bit of a good run, really. Beat Leicester 1-0. Goal from Pedro. Drew against Aston Villa in the FA Cup 4th round. To be fair, wouldn't mind not winning that replay, which we are going to play in this game. In this video, because we do have a lot of add-ons to give should we win the FA Cup, so I kind of don't want to get too far. We beat Southampton 4-0. That was predicted by the media as a draw, and we smashed them. We put in a really good performance. Fulham today, who are near the bottom of the table, not too far away. And then we play Villa, who are a championship team in the FA Cup. We are all but ready to go into this game against Fulham. We are away from home. League table looks like this, though. So to be fair, we're doing really well. Let's make it big. We are 5th. We're doing really well. We were meant to be in a relegation battle. We're not. We are safe. We've hit 40 points. There's no way we can get relegated now. Relegation teams don't hit 40 points generally, so we should be fine. Leeds, who came up with us, by the way, right behind us. Media prediction were that we were going to finish 13th. So they've updated their prediction for us to finish mid-table. Leeds were meant to finish 13th. This is all updated because we were tipped to be like 17th or something at the beginning of the season. So we're not too bad. Our away form, by the way, is insanely good compared to our home. So this shouldn't be too difficult. What we should be doing here is maybe going into the attacking formation. Marriott to come up there. Stulak in for Duncan. Saying that though, Duncan, by the way, is a great little player. Again, a natural Volanta. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted him. You may know him from FIFA. Very good CDM. But a very, very good player nonetheless. I can see a lot of my players wanting to move on in the summer. Alex Hunt probably being one of them. Is that the guy, the new player? Yeah, he's the new player. So what I want to do is I want to put him in there. We want to get Duncan in there for Stulak. And what I want to do is then play a attacking midfielder. Maybe Bojan's injured, so I can't use him. Who do I want? I did have this all sorted. We haven't used Gibbs White. Gibbs White may very well go out on loan because I still think he's got a part to play in the club. Very high potential player. We are teaching him how to play on the outside. He just needs to learn that winger position. But he may very well go out on loan. Pedro is lacking match fitness, so I'm thinking either Alex Garcia here. Alex Garcia is more than capable of playing in that position. Is everybody fully fit? Yeah, so Kent has played a couple of games for us so far. 1 assist in 2 games from that move from Liverpool. Duncan isn't really accustomed to being an automatic centre mid. But, it is what it is. Torre isn't happy at being a wide midfield man either. But, again, it is what it is. I think I'm just going to go into the game like that, really. Joe Allen requested I think what we're going to do is not put Pedro on the bench at all because the temptation to bring him on would be quite fierce, I think. So, yeah, we're good. We're going to go into the game. Joe Allen handed in a transfer request and I had to accept it. So Joe Allen is likely to be on his way out. We did have a few offers for him. Again, though, nobody really willing to take on his full wage. Everybody wanted us to contribute 50% of his wages. No, because he's on like 60, 70,000. I'm not going to be paying you 30 grand a week for 2 years. It's just not happening. So, had to reject them. He was alright with me rejecting them, even though he was on the transfer list due to request. So, I don't know, a bit of a surprise. Marriott starting, I think maybe even his 3rd game in a row here. Davis nicks the ball, plays it out wide. And it's cut out. There is a Liverpool player that I'm really interested in. Well, I say a Liverpool player. He doesn't play for them anymore in this universe. He's actually moved to Burton Albion. As Torre puts us 1-0 up away from home, there shouldn't be any need for a VAR. But he is going to have a look. Every single goal that is scored, it doesn't matter where it's scored from, VAR is required. And theoretically, that means it's a goal, because every time they go and check it, they award the goal. They have. There you go. It is so annoying. If he doesn't check it instantly, you know it's not a goal. But if he goes to check it, it's just a formality. He now plays for Burton Albion. It's Laruzzi, the left back. He's not a left back in this save, actually. He's a left wing, but he is learning how to play left back. So in real life, he is super, super fast and isn't too bad a player. In this game, not as good as he is in real life. Marriott with an absolute screamer. Only his 4th goal of the season. I'm surprised we haven't gone to VAR there. But we are winning 2-0. We should be fine. This Fulham side have got a lot of injuries. They're not exactly the best team anyway, because they are 19th in the league. And we should be able to see it out. This formation is very, very good. We're actually up into 4th. We've leapfrogged Leicester on goal difference. Fingers crossed we can maintain this. We just need to score as many goals as possible. Marriott's in again. Great save from Rodak. But that Laruzzi guy, if I can bring him in, he could be one for the future. I'm not quite sure how long this save will continue for. Because what's the goal? Winning the Champions League? That's a great goal. Garcia from Duncan. And that might be Garcia's first goal of the season and Duncan's first assist. So that's not bad. Let me praise the team. We're playing very, very well here, even if it is against a team. Oh, Marriott's been injured. It means Woodburn's going to come on as a striker here. Don't know how he's going to enjoy that, but it's going to have to happen. I feel bad for Jack Marriott, actually, because this is his first real stint in the starting 11. He's been playing really well. He scored in the last game, I think, or the game before that. And he's scored again today. And he was staking a claim, to be fair, because he's a good player. We brought him in before we brought Pedro in. That's a great goal. We brought him in before we brought Pedro in. The reason Pedro hasn't been playing is because he's been... Oh, God, Garcia's gone down with an injury now. Pedro's just been suffering with match fitness, really. We went through the December period, of course, and he hasn't really recovered since then. I think I'm going to have to bring off Alex Garcia here, because the last thing I want is him getting injured permanently. I think he's lacking match sharpness, but it could be a time for Gibbs White to come on, maybe. Konstulak? No. How good is Etebo in that situation? Oh, very good. Yeah, let's bring Etebo on. Etebo was voted Young Player of the Year, which is... I mean, I don't know whether... I'm guessing it wasn't worldwide. I'm guessing it was just Premier League. I didn't really pay too much attention to it. He hasn't played a lot of football this year, so I'm not sure where that came from. That's a great challenge from Bauer. I really could do without not getting another injury. Or really could do with not getting another injury. That makes sense. Woodburn on as a striker. Through everybody. Great save from Rodak. One goal either way here determines the rest of this game. If we score, it's game over. If they score, it's squeaky bum time. I tell you what, my nose has been itching crazy amounts today. Not that you needed to know that, but I thought I'd tell you anyway. So, with half an hour left, I'm seeing a lot of this Fulham goalkeeper, I won't lie to you. We're seeing an awful lot of him. Whether he's saving things, taking goal kicks, conceding things. Etebo charges forward. Here's Ryan Kent, storms through like a duck, and it's another save by the Fulham keeper. He is keeping them within touching distance of this game. He really is. Let's just praise the work ethic. They all seem fired up by that. And my opponents seem anxious and confused, which doesn't bode well, because Ryan Babel took a shot, saved on the line. Kearney with an effort, great save by Jack Butland. Jack Butland, by the way, is within the top 3 goalkeepers in the league for clean sheets and performance rating, which is surprising. I mean, I'm really surprised at how well we've done. I mean, we're in 5th right now. We were in 4th. Leicester have obviously gone ahead in their game. But even to be remotely up there is unbelievable. Let's bring Berardi on. Wait, Duncan needs to come off, actually. Going to bring Berardi on for Torre, but I think Duncan might need to be... Yeah, Torre's actually playing well. I think Duncan might benefit from being brought off. Can Stulak play there? Pretty sure he can. Kind of. I am kind of predicting a few players to leave the club in the summer, as I said. I think Klukas might be one of them. Is that a penalty? Is he going to go to... He is going to go to VAR. It's a penalty. He didn't even go to it. It's just a penalty straight away. 10 minutes of squeaky bum time then. We went 3-0 up. We were in complete control. And all of a sudden, they are now back in the game. Well, it's what we do, unfortunately. We concede late goals. Tell them to show some passion. Can you not screw this up, please, lads? We are a good team up against a not-so-good team. Great ball in. Oh, Torre has missed an absolute sitter. That would have been an instant reply and probably the game out of reach for Fulham. As it stands, though, with 4 minutes left plus stoppage time. Seen a lot of Kent in this game. He's done really well. Ball in was awful. Keeper retrieves, and this is likely to be a Fulham attack. I swear, if we don't win this game, I'm going to be far from pleased. I'm going to give them an absolute roasting. Individual roasting if we don't win this game. Ball played in. Traore. Oh, God. Traore's missed 2. That wasn't so much a sitter, but that's got to be a red card. That is atrocious. He's not even going to book him. Traore missed a sitter, and then he missed that opportunity there. He's hit the post twice. Stulak with a cross. Goes to nobody. Here is Torre. We just need a bit of experience on the ball now. We've got a lot of kids in this team. I think Butland's the only player of age. 2 Liverpool youngsters on in Kent and Woodburn as well. I've only just noticed that. That should be it. Unless they score here, which wouldn't surprise me. We've conceded a lot of late goals recently. That's a foul. And Ryan Babel has just thrown away any chance Fulham had of getting back into that game. We made it a lot harder than it was, but we do come away with 3 points. And a big 3 points as well. That I think that would... Does that cement our place in the top half? In the sort of top 5 anyway. So Alex Garcia, one of our instrumental players this season, is out for about 3 weeks, maybe a month with rehabilitation. Not great. This is the big one though. Jack Marriott is out for probably 2 months, which he might be back for maybe 2 games at the end of the season. Arnautovic is close to triggering £500,000 payout. Let's praise Traore's recent performances. In terms of the squad, though, Ryan Kent is cup-tied. Marriott and Alex Garcia are injured. Bojan is still injured. He, by the way, got injured in, I think, game against Leicester. So he's been out for quite a while already. Our loney centre-back has been injured and not coming back for 2 weeks. Shawcross has been injured for a long time but is now finally coming back, but probably won't be available for at least another week or 2. We may have to call upon a lot of the players who have not played a lot of football this season. I'm thinking of Joe Allen. I'm thinking of Alex Hunt. And, we've got big injury and selection problems going on here. The team to face Aston Villa is not a good one. Pedro is still not fit. I don't know why. He's just really struggling. I've had to rotate Bauer, Torre, and there's a lot of people down here as well. Capuano not quite fit to play. Shawcross not back. Bojan not back. We know that. Ben Davis not fit to play either. The loney defender again not eligible. Not fit. Garcia injured, Marriott injured, Ryan Kent not eligible. This is probably not going to go well. I don't really have that many substitutes I can bring on who are fit as well. Bauer, Torre, Pedro, not really fit. Gibbs-White doesn't really fit the system. And Alex Hunt, again, to be fair, Alex Hunt doesn't even fit the system. We could change the system, but then it's a system that has been working very, very well for us. Both, what I tend to do now is I use this against teams I'm not really predicted to do well against, and then we'll use the attacking system for teams who are lower down, who we fancy our chances. Unfortunately, I don't have the personnel to play the other system. It would be very stretched and all over the place. So decided to play Berardi and Etebo on the wings. Woodburn doesn't like it, but he's going to have to go up front. He could play as an advanced forward. Maybe I'll just do that. It does leave a bigger gap here, though. That's the problem. There is a concern. But it's either that or play Pedro, and he's not fit to be played. So let's get into the game. This video is going on far too long because I talk far too much. I mean, they're not really set up in a defensive way, but they do have a good team. That's the problem. For the Championship, anyway, they have a very good team. Calvert-Lewin's a good player. Hepburn, I forget his name now. Is it Hepburn Murphy? He's a good player as well. They do have a couple of other nice players dotted around there. Some well-experienced defenders. Let's just hope that we have what it takes to win. Although I did say that it wouldn't be the end of the world if we got knocked out of the FA Cup, because it would save us a lot in sort of additional fees for certain players. Stulak brings it forward, gives it to Etebo. Cross comes in. It's cleared to Corrigan. In for Davis. Duncan on the edge. And that is what £17 million, or was it £25 million actually, will buy you. I can't remember how much Duncan cost. Might even been 20. Genuinely can't remember. We bought... I spent sort of 20 million here, 20 million there, didn't I? Stulak with an effort. It's somehow snuck in. Stulak is one of those Moneyball players, and I've said about that film before, where I literally I didn't scout him. I know nothing about him. I went out and I looked at the stats from Serie A at the end of the season, and he was the player that won most, or had most key tackles, won most challenges, got like most interceptions or something. He was basically the most well-rounded player in the league. He was top of the charts for nearly everything. We've given away a penalty. I've got him in and he's done such a good job for us. This could be Phil Jagielka's... Yep, it is. It's a Phil Jagielka goal. I'm surprised he's taking penalties, but there we are, 2-1. Not that I'm saying Phil Jagielka can't take penalties. I've got no idea. But I would have thought they'd have better penalty takers in there than Phil Jagielka, but it turns out it doesn't really matter. Corrigan has 2 assists to his name, by the way. Somehow managed to assist both goals. We are approaching half-time, 2-1 ahead. I mean, we've probably been the better team in terms of the highlights. We've done better, but fitness is going to be the issue going into the back end of the game, because we're not flagging necessarily, but I don't have anyone I can really bring on in terms of substitutes. So I kind of need everyone to just, don't overdo it. I thought he was going to get sent off then. That's a great ball to Woodburn, in on goal, and he's missed an absolute sitter. Kalinic with a great save, but Woodburn really should have been scoring that. This is just this highlight's not going to come to anything now. The highlight was that effort at goal. Berardi going the long way round, brings it back to Ivan. That's our right back, Ivan Rodriguez, who comes in for Bauer, of course. We have now been pegged back. It looked a tad offside, but apparently not. We were 2-0 up, and now we're 2-2 all of a sudden. We do not like going ahead early and keeping it, do we? We are in trouble because the momentum is now with Aston Villa. This is a championship team. That's what frustrates me the most, is because we've been doing so well in the Premier League. And yeah, okay, this is a rotated side, but we're still good enough to be winning this game. Corrigan with a great ball in. And Woodburn again should have scored. I think now it could be time to bring on the big guns. We do have enough energy left in Pedro. Let's put him back into a poacher. He doesn't like playing it, but this sort of tactic calls for it. We'll take off... I'll take off Berardi. I'm not a massive fan of Berardi, to be fair. He's not done tremendous things since joining the club. If I could get the... he's in decline because I'm not playing him enough. I'm playing him enough to keep him interested, but I'm not playing him enough to help his stats. Look at that. 3 assists, 1 goal in 16 appearances. Granted, 7 of which in the league have been substitute appearances. But still, it's just not good enough. Torre, on the other hand, not that I'm saying he's much better, but 8 goals and 6 assists in 21 games is a far better return. And that's why he's my first choice. I think we might just make those 2 subs right now, though, and hope that that's enough, because this could be going into extra time, should it stay 2-2. I don't want that, because we've got fitness problems as it is. It does look like we're going there, though. Oh, or maybe not. Let's tell them to get creative as this highlight plays out. Ball in. Stulak with his 2nd of the game and 6th of the season. Ivan Rodriguez, the new boy at right back, popping the ball into him again, his first assist in a Stoke shirt. He'll probably be with us for years to come, that Ivan Rodriguez, because he's only 23 and he's more than happy to be a backup to Bauer, and I like that, and there is an option to buy him for $1 million, so I'm probably going to exercise that in the summer. Let's bring Alex Hunt on, regardless of whether he wants to play there or not. Let's move him forward into a position that he does want to play. Central midfield automatic, just to get him running up and down. That should be enough, although this is a little bit early for me. This won't be the final. This won't be the final clip of the game. This won't be the final whistle clip. I wouldn't have thought. There's over a minute left. Etebo brings it forward, looking a little bit tired. Plays a great ball out to Torre. I say great ball, makes him work for it. Plays a good ball in, comes back out to Dorado to Hunt, Etebo, and that's the icing, and that's why he's Young Player of the Year. 2 goals this season. He hasn't played an awful lot of football. Alex Hunt with the assist. He doesn't play an awful lot of football either. That should be game over. This should be the final action of the game as well. We have conceded. Adoma scores. Can you believe it? 4-3 on the day. That's a lot closer than it should have been, really, but that will probably be the end of it. I'll be very surprised if anyone scores again. Surely not. I mean, the referee wants it to play. Etebo's pass was horrific. He's got his arm in the air as if it's our throw. I mean, the referee still hasn't. There it is, finally. Jeez. We played nearly a minute and a half past stoppage time there. I'm genuinely surprised that they've managed to score 3, and B, we took it to literally the 95th minute. But we are through to the next round of the FA Cup. We've received some money. We've been drawn against West Ham, which... Are they in the... Yeah, they're in the Premier League. Of course they are. They're 11th. No, we're 5th. Have we played them so far this year? Pretty sure we have. Oh, we play them soon. Oh, that's the FA Cup. Okay, we beat them 3-2. My mind is all over the place. We beat them 3-2 away as well. So we are capable, providing we're fit. That's the only problem. We've got a long time to wait now for our next game, but then we play them 2 days after Bournemouth. So there may be a slight fitness issue. I won't be back for that game because it's far too soon. I think we'll be back for maybe Leeds Arsenal. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll play those 4. We'll come back for Leeds because that's a big game in the Premier League, and of course Arsenal is another big game as well. I think we've already played Arsenal on camera this year, but it's a bit awkward in the way that the fixtures line up. And then providing that there are no miracles and we don't go for a Champions League spot, which would be crazy, we'll probably come back for the final 2 games of the season, Newcastle and Liverpool. We've already done those, but we'll do them again. And that should be it. But so far, things are looking quite good. And like I said, I'm very much enjoying it. I'm going to let you go now, though, because today's episode is going to be stupid long. If you have enjoyed it, smack the like button, subscribe to the channel for you, and until the next time, goodbye.